Hi guys, you're welcome back to the channel. So today's gist is about actress Abiola Adebayo. So amamulori, like amamulati bere. Firstly, tó bá ń dárúkọ àwọn eléré orí ìtàgé, àwọn òṣèré tíátà tí kò, that is not in the news for wrong reasons. Abiola Adebayo happens to be one of them. In fact, some days ago, I think about 2 to 3 days ago, popular blogger Konshi posted to I mentioned a celebrity without all these bruhara ní social media, and a lot of people mentioned Abiola Adebayo àti mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ ó máa jẹ́ kí orúkọ Abiola Adebayo wà ní news probably for a long time. So for those who are familiar with Abiola Adebayo, only program more like podcast, a lot of them don't share podcast and sing, where they do a kind of tell it all interview for guest. So Abiola Adebayo has been doing a lot. She found colleagues, she found our writer, and in some very, very delicate cases on my blog image I won't see she intervene probably because of the content or the kind of discussions about intervene can disclose identity and in some cases I won't come as a politician lawful based on their stories. I want to buy shop for you, I want to buy for you, only late on physical period on some school. But later actually, for those who are following up on Instagram and also on YouTube, you're going to hear about this last video she posted. Maybe 10 years to ṣàlàyé bó she sexually abused on láti kékeré tó wá di pé òun láti get ajá méjì láti máa fi tẹ̀ra ọlọ́run. Now unfortunately this didn't end well because nígbà táwọn èèyàn wo interview yẹn bó ti jẹ́ pé àwọn kan were like kò ní dá fún àwọn tó abuse ẹ̀ ní láti kékeré, kò ní yẹ uncle ẹ̀ àti auntie ẹ̀ àti every other person tó ti try láti abuse ẹ̀ wípé àwọn ló sún débi tó wà lọ́jọ́ tòní. They are the reason for everything that she's passing through, stuff like that. So while àwọn kan on the other hand they were like, abeg excuse lásán lélẹ̀, this is not this is not enough for you to become what you've turned yourself into, or then to satisfy your sexual urges. So this is the twist to Ashele. And Abiola make video con Abiola Adebayo now made a video. She was crying. Boy sukun video pé mo pé boy ma já sí leleyi o. Feel like a failure, like she's feeling like a failure, that she mentioned her career, she mentioned a lot of things. She wasn't expecting this. Nike, she wanted Nike to interview for. Nike ti pare, Nike ti ku. She was really, really crying, and she shared some text messages she got of some chats that she got from someone who claimed to be Nike's friend. And message then so because according to Abiola na pe Nike ti ku fún be 3 days gan, can't Abiola to mo. Nǹkan tẹ́ni sọ ni pé, good day ma, my name is Folorunsho, I'm Nike's friend. I'm sorry I was only playing along with some messages on Nike's phone. Nike died 3 days ago, but as a friend, I wanted to know why Nike poisoned herself. So I decided to play along with some of her messages. Maybe I could get an hint. So this evening, I was in her room packing her stuff because her sister is coming to pack them tomorrow. Then I saw her diary. So she has a message for you. That is why I decided to let you know what is happening. So nǹkan tẹ́ni sọ ni pé ó sọ orúkọ ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ lọ rí Nike lóhùn pé òun pé Nike ti kú níbi ọjọ́ mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn, pé òun dẹ̀ fẹ́ mọ̀ kí ló lè sùn Nike sí pé kó gbẹ̀mí rẹ̀. Òun wá ń go through phone Nike torí àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ máa tó wá kó ẹrù ẹ̀, bóyá wọ́n jọ ń gbé bí roommate ẹni pọ́n máa tó wá kó ẹrù ẹ̀ níjọ́ kejì. Wípé reason pé Nike òun dẹ̀ rí diary ẹ̀, òun dẹ̀ rí pé ó drop message lẹ̀ fún Aunty Biola. So nínú note tí bí Nike fi sílẹ̀ ó ṣàlàyé pé nínú nǹkan tó ṣàlàyé ni pé òun wish kóun ṣì ní opportunity tó ní long ago as opportunity to just bear at her house, kóun sọ nǹkan tó wà lọ́kàn, kóun sọ kalẹ̀ wípé but inú òun dùn pé according to her in her words she said, how I wish I had this opportunity long time ago, but I'm glad I did this at last. Okay, at least I won't be going with my pains and sorrow. Mom failed as a mother, but I have forgiven her. I'm also sorry I can't wait to watch the outcome of my interview. I promise to rest well in the bosom of the Lord. Anyone seeing this should please go to my phone and send this to a contact saved as new family. Tell her I'm saying a big thank you for giving me the golden opportunity. So note to kọ sílẹ̀ nìyẹn. And wọ́n post picture òkú ẹ̀. Aṣọ tó wọ̀ ní inú interview yẹn náà ni Nike wọ̀ nínú picture òkú ẹ̀ tán send sí Abiola, which means, and according to ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ tó sọ pé ó ti kú láti bí ọjọ́ mẹ́ta kó tó kó send message sí Abiola, ó já sí pé Nike délé lọ parí ni. The interview was not, it has not been heard. Wọ́n ti post it, wọ́n ti upload interview yẹn nígbà tó ti ṣe nǹkan tó ṣe. Because if it had been uploaded, àbá sọ pé bóyá àwọn èébú àwọn ìsọ̀rọ̀ sí táwọn èèyàn sọ ní comment section ló fà á tó fi parí bọ̀. Ó ti ṣe wá dàbí ìgbà tó bá ní she was waiting for a day pé okay, she was looking for an opportunity to just kó sọ gbogbo nǹkan tó wà nínú ọkàn ẹ̀, kó sọ kárẹ̀ fúyẹ́ kó dẹ̀ lọ sinmi. But as Abiola sunkún, ó ṣàlàyé ṣìdọ̀ pé òun ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé she has tried, she in fact àwọn tí ń get help fún. Nike ò sọ fáwọn pé òun fẹ́ lọ para o, Nike ò sọ fún pé òun fẹ́ lọ kú. Pé even in fact there is someone tó ti promise pé òun fẹ́ sponsor education ẹ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ kọ́ṣẹ́ ni she's ready to sponsor her. So wá jẹ́ káwọn ó yà wọ́n lẹ́nu pé why was she in a rush to end it all? Clearly Nike tó kánjú parẹ́ wípé nǹkan tó dáa ó ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ nínú ayé ẹ̀ ni, wípé she's a destined child and ó kàn wà lábẹ́ nǹkan kan tó gbẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ni. Àwọn kan wá tún ní àwọn ní message fáwọn tó máa ń take advantage ọmọ kéékèèké pé I hope you guys won't leave this world again, according to one official Gracie. Only dear pedophiles, I hope you guys won't leave this world again. I hope your daughters can withstand it when they are being used. The kids that are meant to be protected by you guys, you decide to use them. Hope you guys know it's not everybody that can overcome the trauma of being abused. So sad she went through all that. Parents putting kids to live with different people is not a good idea. It mostly doesn't end well. If you are not ready to live with kids, don't have one. Train your kids yourself. Manage anything you have with your kids. It might not be easy. It will only be for a short period of time. So sad she went through all that. May her soul rest in peace. Àwọn kan wá tó rò pé àwọn tó ń búlì ẹ̀ náà ẹ̀jẹ̀ Nike wà ní ọ̀run yín pé torí wọ́n búlì gẹ́yì tó nígbà tí message tí video yẹn tó go online. But like I said, she didn't kill herself because of the bullies. Because she died even before the video went online. Then ó wá ń ya àwọn kan lẹ́nu pé why did she have to kill herself? Kí ló parẹ́ fún pé kí Ọlọ́run forí jì? And many other actresses and actors, they were just like, how, why, Jésù kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Princess comedian náà wá send message tó sọ pé Biola, you tried your best, ó gbìyànjú. The blame is not on you. The blame is on the pedophiles and rapists, those who believe that children are sexual objects. The blame is on those who enable and protect these beasts. Those who see rape as just an act that can be overlooked. Everybody who had a hand in torturing our body and soul will experience the wrath of God and they will never know peace. So, in your company, suicide is never an option. Rest well, Nike. May the good Lord forgive you for your shortcomings. I want to from Biola, may the Lord continue to strengthen you. You're really doing a great job. A lot is happening in the world. Someone has also said, Abiola, please stay strong. There is a reason for everything in this life, but only God knows it all. People are going through a lot and suicide is not an option. She wanted to unburden herself and you were the instrument that God used. I pray that God will comfort everyone that she has left behind and give anyone going through suicidal thoughts a change of heart and divine healing in Jesus' name. Lara, want message Bella ni pé it is not on you. Don't see yourself as a failure. You're just an instrument for her to, bear her mind out, pour her heart out. Good morning, Biola. You're doing a good job, and I believe that this path you're threading is God ordained. However, let me speak as a psychiatrist and someone who has been in the mental health field in the last 13 years. Please get help Get help for your guests right after the podcast and make sure they receive the help promptly. This is why telling trauma stories can bring back the horror of the events and increase the risk of depression, guilt, and even suicide. Please work with a therapist who listens to the story with you, or you send it to the person before airing so that he or she can determine the appropriateness and urgency of therapy. This should be done as an obligation of care, or else many more trauma survivors who share their stories may become depressed. Also for you, work with a therapist yourself. I can tell you as a therapist that hearing trauma stories can traumatize you too, because those horrific stories are also stored in your subconscious and your brain may begin to relive them without you knowing. It is called vicarious trauma. Please take care and may God continue to help you. So nǹkan tẹ́ ní ń sọ ni pé nǹkan tí Bíọ́lá ń ṣe iṣẹ́ dáadáa ní pé àmọ́ ó yẹ kí Bíọ́lá ti ní therapist sílẹ̀ táwọn people ìmọ̀ marry immediately after the interview. Wípé because nígbà míì téèyàn bá ń sọ ìrírí ẹ̀ ó máa ń tún fa trauma fún wọn ni. Wípé even Bíọ́lá herself tó jẹ́ host show yìí pé ó níbi tó máa gbọ́ àwọn ìrírí kan dé tó yẹ pé ó máa traumatize òun fún rẹ̀. Wípé so òun gan fún rẹ̀ need therapist. So àwọn èèyàn náà sọ̀rọ̀ nípa aṣọ tí Níkẹ́ wọ̀ pé aṣọ tó wọ̀ náà ni fún interview pé she felt too broken to be mended. Ó ti feel pé ó ti tán, ó ti pin, and pé kò ní strength mọ́ láti face consequences of that interview. Wípé àmọ́ kọ́lọ́n foríjì, pé kọ́lọ́n dẹ̀ dá àwọn tó ní lára, kọ́lọ́n dá wọn lẹ́jọ́. Wípé torí èèyàn kan tẹ̀ ní ó ti plan already ni pé people don't always let victims go to their house the same day of the interviews. The decision of suicide sums up in a second without any second thoughts. May her soul rest in peace. Wípé ó ti rò dáadáa pé kò yẹ kán jẹ́ kí ó lọ nígbà yẹn, kò tí yẹ kán jẹ́ kó lọ lé pé torí èrò àti parẹ́ ó máa fẹ́ wá sí lọ́kàn lóòótọ́. Àmọ́ èèyàn kan wá sọ nǹkan kan tó send message sí Bíọ́lá tó ní stop all this make believe. You could have done better. You got the content you needed and moved on. You care less about the victim just like you all do. It's all about the content for you. Someone gave you a story which was wrapped around sexual molestation, and what did you do about it? What were your interventions to make the victim get justice for herself and other kids she violated too? How did you try to help her get healing? Leaving her to go back to her house after she told you her truth made it quite easier for her to commit suicide. Please do better subsequently. Everything failed her, including you and herself. Èèyàn kan wá respond fẹ́ ni pé I like your response on this. Hypocrisy of the highest order from Biola. You know you're coming to cry. You still have time to do makeover. No cry runs down your cheek and you're here crying. Life is not fair enough. Nǹkan tẹ́ni sọ báyìí ni pé Bíọ́lá wà lára àwọn tó fèlè pé kí ni nǹkan tó ṣe nígbà tí gẹ́ iṣẹ́ interview kò yẹ kó jẹ́ kó lọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí therapist yẹn náà sọ náà ni. Pé èèyàn kan wá sọ pé òun like tó fún pé àbòsí ni gbogbo nǹkan tí Bíọ́lá ń ṣe. Wípé ó fẹ́ sunkún, ó ṣe make-up, omi ò jábọ́ lójú ẹ̀, òdẹ̀ ló ń ké. Àmọ́ nǹkan tó wà rò pé this lady is an onítíátà ni. Ó ṣeéṣe kó jẹ́ location àbí ó ṣẹ̀ ṣe iṣẹ́ kan tán lọ́n pé ṣé ó wá fẹ́ sáré lọ nu make-up ni kó tó ṣe fídíò, pé ó lè jẹ́ reason fún make-up ojú ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Then Oyin Elebobo, another actress, ọmọ bàbá Yẹmi Elebobo sọ pé I was just thinking of calling you kó n tẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ pé Bíọ́lá pé torí nígbà tó ń wo interview yẹn tán pé òun á rò pé pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tí Bíọ́lá fi tí gbọ́ ẹ̀ báwo ló ṣe ń feel wípé òun tẹ̀ mọ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti lè dé gbogbo ibi báyìí. Àwọn colleague náà ṣàlàyé fún pé you are not a failure. You don't have to blame yourself. She chose this as an opportunity to tell her story and just decided to leave this horrible, sinful world. Pé kí Ọlọ́run kó tẹ̀ sí afẹ́fẹ́ rere. And àwọn èèyàn ṣàṣọ pé Bíọ́lá kọ́ ló yẹ kẹ́ blame. Kò ṣe nǹkan kan tó burú. Wípé in fact this is a wake up call to all mothers àwọn abiyamọ, no matter what happens. Ẹ má fi ọmọ yín lẹ̀ sí ìkàwọ́ ẹnikẹ́ni. I mean anybody at all. Bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ gàrí lẹ fẹ́ máa fọmọ yẹn mu, ẹ máa mú pẹ̀lú ayọ̀. Because ẹ máa discover pé àwọn tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ ọmọ yín fún igan nǹkan tó máa sọ ọmọ yín dà. Kọ́lọ́n má yẹ kí èèyàn kùnà gẹ́gẹ́ bí abiyamọ. Nǹkan tí èèyàn kan tó sọ nìyẹn. Àmọ́ ńgbà tó wáyá Kẹ́mi, ẹ ṣáà mọ̀ Kẹ́mi, Dr. Kẹ́mi Olúnlọ́yọ̀, òun náà máa ṣe fídíò. Ó dẹ̀ sọ pé ògbélé tí Bíọ́lá ń ṣe yìí o àṣẹ ni, wípé Bíọ́lá kàn fi fídíò àtàwọn people àti situation fi ń cash out ni, wípé ṣèbí ó upload pé owó kọ́ ló máa pa ń bẹ̀ ni, pé at the end of the day ó máa move on. Ṣé mọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tẹ̀ tó wá bọ́n àǹtí Kẹ́mi Olúnlọ́yọ̀ pé èwo ló sọ pé ṣé ó tún ti já nínú ọgbà ni àbí kò lògùn àbí nǹkan kan. But the thing is, over two-sided. Báwọn kan ṣe ń blame Aunty Biola pé you are using these people for content. Ibẹ̀ làwọn kan náà ti ń defend wọn pé there are help that she's rendering in the process of trying to help these people. Pé àwọn tó ti rán lọ school ńkọ́, àwọn tó ṣí shop fún ńkọ́, àwọn tó gbalé fún ńkọ́. And according to Aunty Biola, òun tẹ̀ ti ní doctor tó ń tẹ̀ ti fúnyàn ní nọ́mbà Níkẹ́ pé kán bá òun gbàdúrà fún òun, ti fún àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan ní nọ́mbẹ̀ pé because lẹ́yìn tó ń gbọ́ ọmọ tó pass through èèyàn mọ̀ pé kò easy. Òun ti ní kán bá òun pray, kán bá sọ̀rọ̀ wípé therapist dẹ̀ ti wà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú Níkẹ́ kó tó di pé òun gbọ́ ń sìn pé Níkẹ́ parẹ́, pé Níkẹ́ ò sọ fún òun pé òun fẹ́ lọ délé parẹ́. So àwọn èèyàn ti sọ pé irọ́ ẹkún àbòsí lẹ́yìn sùn omi ò jábọ́ lójú yín o, ṣe fẹ́ sọ pé ó dùn yín ni, ṣó yẹ kẹ́ upload irú kan báyìí, àti pé gbogbo yín lẹ fẹ́ ní podcast, gbogbo yín lẹ ń ṣe the same thing, bẹ́ẹ̀ taṣọ lẹ́ ń ṣe skincare, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe skincare lẹ́ ní podcast, ń ṣe interview tí ò ní ìtumọ̀ tí ó wà professional. Wọ́n ṣáà sọ oríṣiríṣi. But at this point I just feel this is not the time to shift blames. This is not the time to blame anybody. And ẹni tó ti kú kọ́lọ́n tẹ̀sáfẹ́ rere náà ni, because you know me on this channel, I don't have the strength to apportion blames pé ẹni ló jẹ̀bi ẹni kọ́ ló jẹ̀bi. Nǹkan tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀, nǹkan tọ́lọ́run bá dẹ̀ ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀, àkọsílẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní kò lè tà sí. So guys, what do you think about this whole thing? Do you think Aunty Biola jẹ̀bi pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn program àbáwọn interviews tó ń ṣe pé, because àwọn kan ní àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan wà tó yẹ pé ó yẹ kó kú sínú èèyàn ni. Ó ti jẹ́ pé most lára àwọn content kò kí ń ṣe ojú wọn, máa ń blur ojú wọn ni. So èèyàn míì ò lè mọ̀ wọ́n pé okay lágbájá ló ṣe interview. Àwọn kan ní àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan wà tí ó tẹ̀ yẹ kẹ́ tẹ́ sáfẹ́fẹ́, kò yẹ kẹ́ gbé wá, kò yẹ kẹ́ upload, kò yẹ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé. So guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. And for those who have not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button, and I'll see you again in another one.